So here's the moment fans never thought they would witness. For years, whispers floated around the industry, rumors of stolen glances, quiet dinners, and private getaways. Wang and Bai, two names that, when spoken together, sparked curiosity, excitement, and endless speculation. But this time, it isn't just talk. Because the internet has exploded with something far more tangible. Secret wedding photos. Yes, you heard that right. Not behind-the-scenes shots from a drama. Not a cleverly staged publicity stunt. But what appears to be genuine, intimate photographs of Wang and Bai dressed as bride and groom. And fans cannot believe their eyes. At first, the pictures seemed almost too good to be true. A soft-lit ceremony. Bai in an elegant white gown, simple yet timeless. Dylan, sharp and commanding in a tailored suit, his gaze fixed entirely on her. The photos weren't flashy. They weren't filled with crowds or paparazzi chaos. Instead, they looked private, sacred, like a ceremony meant for just a handful of loved ones, captured quietly, away from the noise of fame. And that is exactly what makes them so convincing. Social media went into a frenzy. Within minutes of the photos leaking, hashtags trended across platforms. Dylan and Bai married? Secret ceremony shocks fans. From on-screen to real life. Comment sections overflowed with disbelief. Some fans screamed in joy, their dreams of seeing the two together finally coming true. Others demanded answers, wondering if these images were real or perhaps edited by overzealous supporters. But the truth is, the details within the pictures felt too authentic to dismiss. Zoom in and you notice the small things. The way Dylan holds Bailu's hand with both of his, as though grounding himself in the moment. The way she looks up at him, her smile soft but unable to hide her emotion. The lighting, natural, warm, not staged in a studio. Even the decorations, a scattering of white flowers, gold accents, and candles, looked personal, not the type you'd rent for a promotional shoot. These weren't fan edits. These weren't drama stills. They looked real. Too real. And if they are real, it means something extraordinary. It means that Wang and Bai managed to do what few celebrities in the spotlight can. Keep one of the most life-changing events completely hidden from the public eye. A secret wedding, planned in silence, executed in love, and revealed, accidentally, only now. Of course, this isn't the first time speculation has followed the two. Ever since their undeniable chemistry lit up screens, fans have been convinced there was something more. Their interactions during interviews seemed too natural, too effortless, too unguarded. There was comfort in their silences, playfulness in their banter, and tenderness in the way Dylan would glance at Bailu when she wasn't looking. For years, people wondered, were they acting, or was it real? But as with all celebrity rumors, nothing was confirmed. Until now. If the leaked images are true, then it changes everything. It means that while the world was busy speculating, Dylan and Bailu were quietly building a future together. It means that behind the flashing cameras and scripted interviews, they were writing a love story on their own terms. It means that what fans thought was fantasy might just be reality. The question on everyone's lips is simple. Where did the photos come from? Reports suggest they may have been leaked by someone close to the venue, a discreet ceremony hall tucked away from the city's chaos. Others believe a guest, perhaps unintentionally, shared them in a private circle only for them to spill onto the wider internet. And then there are those who whisper that maybe, just maybe, the leak wasn't an accident at all. Perhaps it was their quiet way of telling the world, without a press release, without a staged announcement, that love had already sealed its vow. Fans, of course, have reacted with overwhelming emotion. Some are thrilled beyond words. "I knew it. Their chemistry was too real to be fake," one wrote. Others are emotional, confessing how deeply this moment feels, almost like watching a friend finally find happiness. And then there are those still in shock, scrolling through the photos again and again, unable to accept that two of the brightest stars in the industry may have already tied the knot. But perhaps the most touching reactions come from fans who see this not as betrayal, but as beauty. Because if these images are true, Wang and Bailu didn't just date. They didn't just flirt. They didn't just play into fan fantasies. They committed. They chose each other. They promised forever. And that is something worth celebrating. Still, the silence from both of them speaks volumes. Neither Dylan nor Bai Lu has commented. Their agencies remain tight-lipped, refusing to confirm or deny. And maybe that's exactly the way they want it. Because love, at its purest, does not need validation from headlines or hashtags. It does not need approval from strangers. It only needs two people choosing each other again and again. Think about it. If the wedding was real, they managed to do something rare in this digital age. They kept something sacred, something intimate, something theirs. In a world where every move is analyzed, every photo dissected, and every interaction questioned, Dylan Wang and Bai Lu may have carved out a pocket of privacy where love was allowed to breathe freely. And perhaps that's the real story here. Not just the leaked photos, but the possibility that they managed to love quietly in a world that demands noise. Of course, questions linger. When did this happen? Where was the ceremony held? Who attended? Was it family only, or did close friends also witness the union? And most importantly, why keep it hidden? Was it to protect their relationship from scrutiny? To shield their families from public pressure? Or simply because, at its heart, marriage is not a performance, but a promise, one they wanted to make away from flashing lights? What cannot be denied is the effect this has had on fans. The very idea that their favorite stars might have found happiness in each other has ignited something powerful. Belief in love. The reminder that sometimes what looks like fate on screen can become destiny off screen. And isn't that what makes this story so captivating? Two people who met through art, who brought fictional love to life for millions, now perhaps standing together, not as characters, but as themselves, as Dylan and Bai Lu, as husband and wife. The truth may take time to emerge. Perhaps their agencies will eventually speak. Perhaps Dylan or Bai Lu themselves will confirm or deny the whispers. But until then, the photos remain. Frozen moments. A bride. A groom. Two souls looking at each other with unmistakable love. And whether leaked intentionally or not, those images have already written a chapter fans will never forget. Because in the end, rumors fade. Speculation dies down. But love, the kind that radiates even in still photographs, cannot be faked. And if these photos are indeed real, then Dylan Wang and Bai Lu have already said the words that matter most. I do. And the world is only just finding out. Not just rumors anymore, but perhaps the beginning of forever.